Fort Hill, the original home of John C. Calhoun, is the historical center of Clemson University. John C. Calhoun was an accomplished man, having served as vice president under John Quincy Adams and Andrew Jackson, and as the senator of South Carolina. His fourth child, Anna Maria, married Thomas Green Clemson. When Anna Maria Calhoun Clemson died, Thomas Clemson inherited Fort Hill. He then went on to found Clemson University. Clemson strives to look towards the future of the university while remembering the past. The Fort Hill House is essentially the historical foundation of this campus. However, people gloss over the true history of Fort Hill. When people come to tour Fort Hill, they learn about the architecture and the antique decorations inside of the house. It is acclaimed to be a representation of the Old South. It is not emphasized that this was a slave plantation. John C. Calhoun grew cotton as a cash crop on this campus. He had roughly 70 slaves that worked for him and his family. When Thomas Green Clemson inherited the property, he had about 40 slaves working under him. There is little to no record of these African American slaves, so they essentially remain voiceless. On the Clemson website, the section about Fort Hill's history contains information about the African American experience. The website paints a pretty picture of the plantation. It proclaims that the slaves were treated well and could even take some of the cotton to make their own profit. The university attempts to hide the tragic history of Fort Hill, but in order to appreciate how our university came to be, we must embrace its entire history. There is a superstition that if Clemson students tour the Fort Hill House, they will not graduate. I think that this superstition makes the student body ignorant to the fact that our university was established around the principle of slavery. Most students are not even aware of this because it is hardly mentioned. It is not the first thing that we are told about the university, and it is never taught to us. The student body, faculty, and the administration need to admit that the history of Clemson is flawed. We tend to sugarcoat the origin of this campus in this university. We focus mainly on the good aspects of the foundation of Clemson that make us proud to be Tigers. In doing so, we are dismissing the truth. We need to embrace the entire history of this university, the good and the bad. We must remember that this was once a place of slavery.